This is the tutorial for the Wedge Triangle Scarf. You're going to need your 9mm hook and your worsted weight yarn. And if you have 3 stitch markers, it would be helpful to help you know where the stitches begin. So to start the Wedge Triangle Scarf, you're going to do a magic loop. And then you're going to chain 1. And then in the circle, you will do a slip stitch and a half double crochet. You can go ahead and pull this tight. And before we go on, we'll look and notice that the stitches are here and here. So you only have 2. For row 2, you're going to increase. So chain 1, turn your work, and instead of working into these top 2 here, we're going to be working into this 3rd loop. Place a slip stitch, a half double crochet, and 1 more slip stitch. Then you will half double crochet into this last stitch, which was your slip stitch from the previous row. Now we're going to look at the stitches because they're a little confusing. This was the last one. This was the first one. So if you hold it this way, you can kind of see there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. It kind of goes like this. I promise it's going to be a triangle. If you need to, mark this one and this one. For row 3, which is an odd number row, you will not increase. So you will chain 1, turn your work, slip stitch into that 3rd loop again. If I could get in there, guys. Then you're going to half double crochet into the front loop only of the next stitch. You're going to slip stitch again into the next 3rd loop. And then here where this is, go ahead and take it out. You're going to half double crochet into both loops of the last slip stitch. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's mark this guy. Take this one off. Now we're going to move on to row 4, which is an increasing row. Chain 1, turn. Again, slip stitch. Go ahead and mark it. Half double crochet and slip stitch again, all in the 3rd loop. Then you'll half double crochet in the front loop only of the next stitch, slip stitch in that 3rd loop again. When you get to this last one, go ahead and take that out, half double crochet through both loops. Now we can see again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you need to also, go ahead and stick a different color stitch marker in this side to remind yourself that this is always the side you're going to increase. This side you will never increase. So now we're on row 5, which is not an increase row. Chain 1, turn, slip stitch into the 3rd loop, half double crochet in the front loop only, slip stitch in the 3rd loop, half double crochet in the front loop only, slip stitch in the 3rd loop. I'm back to my stitch mark. Oops, guys, I forgot to do this. I'm not used to using stitch markers. Okay, I'm back to my stitch marker over here. We're going to take it out and half double crochet through both loops of the last one. And the reason you have double crochet through both loops of the last one is so it doesn't make a giant funny space. Now we're on row 6, which is an increase. So you're going to chain 1, turn. Again, we're placing 3 stitches in this third loop. So we'll do slip stitch. Go ahead and mark your work again. Half double crochet. Slip stitch again, all in the same third loop. Half double crochet in the front loop, slip stitch in the third, half double crochet in the front loop, slip stitch in the third, and we're back to this stitch marker. Go ahead and take it out, half double crochet through both again, if you can. Okay, and we're going to count our stitches again. And you notice the first stitch of each row is over here. And that's okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and go back. This will be the last one we do together, and hopefully this makes sense now. Slip stitch, place your marker, half double crochet in the front loop, slip stitch in the back, or the third loop, sorry, half double crochet in the front loop, slip stitch in the third, half double crochet again here in the front. Now we're back to this part here. This is the third loop down here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is. So you slip stitch into that third. And now I'm back to this one. Go ahead and take out your stitch marker again. And half double crochet through both. And you'll notice now it doesn't look as weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. And eventually it'll, your triangle scarf this will be the top and this will be the bottom point. But you'll just keep going and going and going until it's big enough for you to wear. I hope that helps. Thank you guys.